Hello, my name is M. Jason Graham, and this is Pivotal Character Worksheet in under 5 minutes. The Pivotal Character Worksheet is a document that a writer uses to clearly articulate how the main characters impact the story, the main characters being the agonists and the foils. I have a few guidelines, well, actually three guidelines when it comes to doing the pivotal character worksheet. One, you only note on the worksheet what is relevant to the story. So if the character, for instance, under the defects traits in physicality, if they have a mole, unless that mole is somehow germane to the plot and the story, there's really no reason to mention that. It could be later on, should, for instance, there be a visual representation of the character that the artist decides to add a mole, which of course is fine. But it doesn't. If it doesn't really have any impact on the story, you shouldn't add it to the character creation sheet. The second thing is that you want to do it for your agonists and your foils. So that means, in general, that means 8 character creation sheets. If you're doing a full story, that's 1 character creation sheet for the protagonist, 1 for the antagonist, and then each of them should have at least three foils. So you want to do a sheet for each of those. I know that it sounds, and it is, it's a lot of work going through and thinking about that. But in my experience, I find that this step is important because of the following steps. So when you actually get to crafting the story, a lot of times you discover during the course of plotting it or doing the blueprint of the story that the action doesn't really fit and you have to change the situation. Now that can be a bit of a daunting task, but if you have done the pivotal character worksheet, then you understand that character and how it fits into your story very well. So changing the situation that they're in or changing the plotting of the story is a little bit easier because you know how that character will react. You know the character so well that you can even quote lines. And I from personal experience, I know that has happened to me, and I've had to come up with a new scene, and I've been able to do that because I understood the character so well. The final guideline is, it's the simplest one. Be clear and brief in your description. So you don't need to go on and on about the character. If they've got piercing blue eyes, and they've got piercing blue eyes. If they have a master's degree from MIT in electrical engineering, I mean, you just say as much as is necessary. You don't need to put a description of what kind of pants that they wear, you know, or he wears boxers instead of briefs. Like, that information is not relevant to the story. So you want to be clear and brief. That way, in a larger sense, when people come after and let's say they want to adapt your story into a movie, you can simply give them that piece and it should be clear to them who the character is and what their makeup is. So I would encourage you all to use the pivotal character worksheet. I actually have one that's downloadable on my Facebook group page, MJG Story Creation, and also on the website. My name is M. Jason Graham, and this has been In Under 5 Minutes, the Pivotal Character Worksheet. In Under 5 Minutes is brought to you by mjgstorycreation.com. Go to mjgstorycreation.com to do your free story assessment. Get started on turning your idea into an epic story today. I'll see you next time.